I always thought mobs, not jobs, was understating the situation. And we're back, Michael Cernovich, Cernovich.com, watching Rome burn. Am I fiddling while Rome is burning? No, but I am throwing a rubberized bone for my dog while Kenosha, Wisconsin burns. Um, Not to be glib, because people are suffering. And one thing that I try to do is speak with a certain amount of gravitas in human suffering. But when you leave with the butt, you got to be careful. While respecting the suffering that people are enduring, I have to just say that these rioters are unintentionally Trump's interns. The videos you're seeing are shocking. Cars burning, businesses burning. There was just a shooting. One person was shot, two people are shot. Who knows how many people are shot? And the idea that this is a mobs, not jobs, and that's why I never liked Julie Spring with a bone. You get the ball? That's why I never liked mobs, not jobs. I'm like, mobs. These aren't mobs of people. These are violent domestic terrorists. That's what this is. Remember we used to be, oh, look at Sweden. There's cars burning. Just think back to understand how quickly the world has changed. I did a film about no-go zones in Sweden that was one of the first ever banned by YouTube or age restricted. And we talked about car bombings in Sweden, and we would say, can you believe it? There's like 50 car bombs. The Hodgkins are here. Love you guys from way back in the day, before politics. And you would look at Sweden and you would say, there's car bombings happening every weekend. Can you believe it? They're no-go zones. We're now a fucking third world country. There are car bombings now in the United States of America, not every weekend, every night. The pictures that you're looking at, it looks like The Road. Have you ever seen the movie The Road? That's what this shit looks like, is post-apocalyptic shit. Right now, Kenosha, Wisconsin. Right now, post-apocalyptic shit. This is how the beginning of every doomsday movie begins. You show people with the cars burned out, everything's destroyed. That's Wisconsin right now. People getting shot right now. This isn't mobs. This isn't mobs. This is domestic terror. And as much as I hate to see it happen, Trump got trounced in Wisconsin in 2018. Trounced in Wisconsin 2018. Hard to see how Wisconsin's not in play now, right? We don't even have to talk about Malmo, Sweden. We can just talk about Kenosha, Wisconsin. We can talk about Portland, Oregon. We can talk about Seattle, Washington. We can talk about the Twin Cities of Minnesota, right? This is what is happening to our country right now, being destroyed, and is being encouraged by the media, by the media of the United States of America, the corporate media. But Wisconsin is now in play. They are 2018 might as well have been 1918. All these voters now know are that there's domestic terror, people are getting shot, people are being murdered, cars are being burned, looting, destruction of businesses, and the media's ignoring it. This is too, you always want to, because I have my side. I have a side. But having a side doesn't mean that I can't tell when someone's like about to ruin their lives. And all I can think about with CNN and all these people are, you all know that you're going to get blamed for this, right? Like, do you not know this? Do you not understand that some father is going to lose his children and his wife, and he is going to blame you? Justifiably so. Have you not thought more than one move ahead? Can you think past your next meal? Can you think past your next dopamine hit? Can you think past your next tweet? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen when things like that happen? And it's like they don't get it. And in their own minds, they think that they're so powerful, and it just blows me away. They got murked by Nick Sandman, some 16-year-old. Got murked, and that's the minors of the minor leagues. Imagine they get some vet, like Army Ranger, somebody, Special Forces guy, SEAL or somebody. Because remember, in Washington, there's the Second Ranger battalions up there, right? Imagine a special operations soldier loses his family to Antifa terrorists. You think he's not going to blame you at CNN? You think he's not going to blame you reporters who support this stuff? Have you just thought through that? And that's what I tell them, and they're like, "Oh, you're inciting violence." It's just literally not inciting violence. Just literally telling you, like, you're siding with domestic terrorists. People all see you. They all understand these little cutesy games that they're trying to play aren't fooling anyone. Everyone gets it. You're not too clever by half. We all see you. And you not just think, maybe for my own self-interest, I ought to do some reporting, or maybe if you want to beat Trump. Have you thought about maybe if you want to beat the Orange Man, the way that you beat the Orange Man is by purging Antifa. That should have been done months ago. And it's too late now. I mean, Trump, when he sent in DHS to Portland, Tucker Carlson is wrong, by the way. Tucker Carlson was complaining tonight. Hey, man, why is, to Mark Meadows, why isn't Trump sending in troops? No. Tucker's wrong. No. Tucker's wrong. The right play was let things get hot in these Democrat-run places, deep Democrat-run places, send in the troops, make the media and the Democrats side with Antifa against Americans, against American law enforcement, against the troops, and then leave, right? And then the Democrats own it. So Tucker Carlson's wrong. Everybody who wants people, I like Matt Walsh's stuff. I respect his point of view. Matt Walsh is wrong on this. Tucker Carlson, I respect his views. Tucker Carlson's wrong on this. Trump did the right thing. He sent in DHS. The media and the Democrats said, get him out of there. We support Antifa. We support terrorism. We don't want law and order restored. And you're like, okay, Portland's deep blue. Now, Kenosha, Wisconsin's different because it's a swing county, right? This is where you have to be like an adult and think it through. So Portland, Oregon, easy. You're 92% Democrat. You're getting what you wanted. New York, Manhattan, easy. Have fun, kids. Kenosha, Wisconsin is a swing district and a swing state. And Wisconsin is going for Trump right now. So it's going for Trump right now. So Trump's going to have a trickier situation with Kenosha, Wisconsin. This is going to be more delicate. You really have to make the Democrats own it. And that's why Trump is saying we wanted to send 500 National Guard troops. Trump's messaging just needs to be, we want to help you. Your governor won't let us. Your Democrat governor won't let us. Your Democrat governor won't let us. The Democrats won't let us. The Democrats support terrorism. Democrats support Antifa. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's your only message. I wake up tomorrow and I'm RNC. All I'm showing is highlight reel clips from tonight. I'm Trump campaign. All I'm saying tomorrow is I want to send in the National Guard. Your governor is committed treason, will not let it happen. This is why you have to vote Trump 2020. Your Democrat governor supports terrorism. He supports it burning. Dumb, boom, boom, boom. That's all you have to say. Message, 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 message. That's it. You keep reemphasizing it. So Trump is doing it, but he needs to keep doing it. If you're on the Trump campaign, that's all you talk about tomorrow. Wisconsin's a swing state, and Wisconsin was lost. Everybody, myself included, before these riots, said Wisconsin's done, dude. Look what happened to Trump in 2018. He got smoked. He got murked, right? Wisconsin's done. What are you going to do? Now that these riots are happening, if you're Trump world, you don't talk about anything but Wisconsin. It's a swing state. This is what we're talking about. We want to go in there. We want to get the National Guard there. We want to get U.S. troops there. Dude, the kind of conversations people are having, I can't even repeat because I'll get framed, right? If I just tell you what normal people, by the way, because I live in a rarefied place where I'm the only safe person for a lot of people to talk to. Most of my friends are lawyers, they're liberals, they're lefties. I'm like the person they can confess to. The things people are saying that they want to see happen, that they want the governor to do those crowds, I can't even say it because some reporter fraud, like those people who, clip and snip and go after Sandman and, everything else, they would just clip it. I can't repeat what people are saying. Do you know what people want to have happen? Normal people, decent people, your neighbors want Tiananmen Square kind of things to happen. That's what they're telling me. They're using that kind of language. They're saying, I just wish we sent in the soldiers and da-da-da-da. So I'm not going to, again, go into details because that'll just be used to frame me. And, we've seen this before. So I just have to not give them a little clip that they can be like, Cernovich is saying, da-da-da-da-da. This is what normal people are saying. This is the reality. People are so militant right now. It's like beyond belief. And remember the polls before Trump sent in DHS. Remember the early polls? 49% of Democrats, this was months ago. 49% of Democrats wanted the National Guard in. 54% of people, all voters, wanted the U.S. Army to go into Chaz. Shit's gotten way worse now. How do you think that polls now? I bet you 75% of the country wants the National Guard to just go in and just start handling shit. I would put it at 75%. Would just say, send in the National Guard, send in the Army troops, just do whatever you want to do. I bet you that's what it's polling, because it was polling 49% Democrats wanted to see that, and 50 some percent wanted military, and then it was something like 70% wanted National Guard. So now I bet you it's closer to they want like the 82nd to like freaking jump in. Okay? That's where the mood of the country is. That I'm not saying that's my mood of the country, but I'm saying that's the mood of the country. So we have feds here saying, what am I going to do? I love you little Fed people coming in here trying to entrap me, right? Like you're so clever. What are you going to do when they come to your house, Cernovich? Yeah, sure. I'll tell you. I'll just tell you right now, Fed. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, Fed. Sure thing. Yeah. Real smart. You're so clever. How do you wake up and get out of bed? You're so smart. How do you even get through life knowing that you're just such a fucking smart guy, smarter than everyone else, Boy, I bet you're living quite a life coming here like that. Jeez. So Trump could tweet tomorrow. We're gonna send in 82nd Airborne into Wisconsin, and 75% of the country would be okay with that. By the way, I'm not okay with that. I worry about the backlash so much and where this can all end that I would not be okay. The country is more militant than Mike Cernovich right now. I already had a good cigar, thank you. I had a Diamond Crown Maduro, a Diamond Crown number 4 Maduro. I just had that before I got on. So I am not for the 82nd dropping in. I'm not. The country is. The country's more radical than me now. They call me far right. Buddy, I'm not even close. I'm not even close to the mood of the country. My mood is like here. The country's mood is so far to my right that I can't even move my right hand. The shit people tell me, because again, they know that it's a safer thing to tell me. I'm like, yeah, man, I hope you're not wearing a wire. That sounds like you're like entrapping me or some shit, That's what people want. And I don't, because I know where that ends. It doesn't usually end well. So, you have to keep that in mind. So Wisconsin's now in play. You're reading all these people on Twitter, CNN, they're having a meltdown. The highlight of the RNC is that Don Lemon is on CNN shitting his pants. He goes, black people don't want to defund the police. Where were you months ago, bro? Sorry you lost that hand. They all lost. So Don Lemon is now on CNN going, holy shit, fuck, what do we do now? Like, we fucked up. Because my phone's blowing up, liberal friends of mine. So Don Lemon is on CNN like, oh, black people want more police. This is such a fucking dumb point. Only rich white liberals ever thought otherwise. Are you kidding me? The whole idea that black church ladies don't want fucking police to go lay down the law on corner boys? Are you fucking out of your mind? Do you actually know any black people? Do you actually know any black Americans? So these white liberals actually don't. So they leaned into that. They played into that. And now they're going, oh shit. You done fucked up. Remember that meme for The Wire? You done fucked up. Oh, you fucked up now. Oh, you fucked up now. You fucked up good now. That's how I feel when I'm watching CNN. That's why, again, my emotions are so conflicted. I watch a small business owner cry that he lost his business. So I'm sad for him. Sad for him. On the other hand, I know that this is the pathway to victory. This is the pathway to winning our country back. This is our pathways, all this destruction. So I hate it. It makes me sad. It's terrible. It's just like you lose a friend in war or something, right? Just like you lose a friend that get injured. A friend of mine died in Iraq. It was pointless. I was, sad for a long time about that because that's pointless. But now, at least the suffering has a point, which is you have to get rid of these far left-wing domestic terrorists within our country, right? You have to get rid of the terrorism and the news outlets. I watched the thing of the Rwandan genocide the other day. A couple things. I watched one story, a woman's story. It was called "The Power of the Heart." I forget the movie. Beautiful story about how she went through. It's weird to say beautiful story about how she went through the Rwandan genocide. I mean, what a bizarre sentence to ever utter. If you watch the film and you listen to her story, you would understand it. And then I started to look, more into the Rwandan genocide and had heard about it before. The way that the people who committed the genocide, talked about the minorities, that's how the media talks about us. Dehumanizing language. If they vote for Trump, they call people Trump supporters, they call them maggots. They call them deplorable. Nancy Pelosi, she has some choice words for Republicans. Hillary Clinton said that under no can you believe that story didn't take off? Hillary Clinton said Joe Biden should not concede under any circumstances. That's not a coup. So what they're saying, Democrats are saying we won't concede. They want martial law. They consider Trump voters maggots. That's what they call you. You can see that on Twitter. Sean King is tweeting out that he's going to falsely accuse innocent police officers of being responsible for the Blake shooting. Sean King had falsely accused a police officer before of rape. I mean, all you have to do is pay a little bit of attention and be like, there's no low that they won't go to. They dehumanize people. They want a genocide. They want to enact the Rwandan genocide on Trump supporters. And you can hear it in their propaganda, just like you just hear it. And that bothers me. Does it bother me because I think they're going to genocide me? No, this is what they don't understand. This is what they don't understand. I'm not afraid of them. I'm afraid of what happens when people who are more radical than me start doing things. That's what I worry about. I'm fine. They're coming for me. That's just not a good thing. I'm concerned with how that's going to open a portal to a world that none of us want to live in. I don't want to live in that world. I don't want to live in the world where the 82nd Airborne is jumping into an American city to put down domestic terrorism. I want to live in a world where we get along, right? Where crimes are prosecuted, where you debate things with civil society, where you have elections, where there's a peaceful transition of power. That is what I want. That is the life that I want. A nice Western democratic republic. That's what I want. What happens is when they open the door to anything goes, because they're the weak. That's the whole point. This is why it's so frustrating to me. Is we're the ones who want peace, right? We are the ones who want peace. But if war broke out, right? Do the math. We want peace though, and they're the ones who won't stop agitating for the terrorism, won't stop doing propaganda for terrorism, won't stop advocating for a Rwanda-style genocide on Trump supporters. So you got to study your history. Remember, people who knew me back in 2015 said, Mike Cernovich, they said, why did the guy who only cared about mindset and going to the gym and partying and fornicating, why did you, such a reprobate sinner, suddenly begin to care about politics? And there's an answer. There's a right answer. There's a truthful answer. The answer is whenever I go to a country, I want to read a book about the zeitgeist of that country. And I read a book while I was in Cambodia about the Cambodian genocide, the Khmer Roughe. And when I read that book in 2015, I said, this is the left. This is the left. Look at now the struggle sessions, which was part of the color guard, color revolution with Mao. All you have to do is look at struggle sessions. How you doing, Chrissy? All you have to do is look at struggle sessions. It's repeating itself. History doesn't repeat itself, but human nature doesn't change. So we're now seeing struggle sessions where groups of violent, psychotic, in many cases pedophiles, go and attack people while they're eating and say, you have to raise your fist. You have to get up. You have to kiss our boots. You have to, participate in whatever, rituals they participate in. That is what they did with Mao. And then that's where it begins. What would happen is the students would round up their professors and they would engage in these hours-long struggle sessions. And then they would start to kill them. And that's how all the genocide happened. Cambodia, genocide, similar situation here. So when I read that book about the Cambodian genocide in 2015, I said, this is what they're going to do in America. And then I started talking about that, and people said I was crazy. It's 2020. Do I seem crazy now? In 2015, I said, look, they are going to try to kill you. They're going to try to destroy your family. They're going to try to kill your family. Well, now look at New York Times reporters are trying to get Kellyanne Conway's daughter, who's 15, to leave her parents. Do you understand this? In what world are people in their 30s who work for the New York Times trying to get a 15-year-old girl to leave her parents? Right? Just think about that for a minute. So I told you they wanted to destroy your family. I told you they were going to commit domestic terrorism. I went on the Rubin Report, and I said domestic terrorism is going to become a way of life. Who remembers that? Who remembers that? Fact check me in real time. Who remembers when I went on the Rubin Report with Dave Rubin, and I said domestic terrorism is going to become a way of life to us in the U.S. Just like if you live in Beirut and you're at a cafe and a bomb goes off, that's what it's going to be like in the U.S. People go, oh, you're crazy. No, but I see the future because I understand humanity. I understand human nature. So I know directionally where people are going. So I told people domestic terrorism is just going to be a way of life. Now, what is it, the 90th day we can just turn on our phones and watch terrorism, right? It's been what, every day for the past 90, 95, 85, ballpark. Oh, Kenosha. Oh, we got a shooting tonight. A couple people got shot, maybe. More people when I'm done with the periscope got shot. Who really knows? Oh, Chaz, people got shot. Oh, but the media covers that up. Media covered up the shooting that happened in the Chaz zone, the Chop zone. Remember, people got shot. People got killed. You don't hear about that much. You don't hear about David Dorn. You don't hear about the over 30, 40, 50 people, who knows at this point, killed in the Minneapolis riots and the riots that broke out across the street. So that Jordan Peterson just copied me. He didn't have any original insight about this stuff. Yeah, come here quoting Jordan Peterson. He just watched my stuff and copied what I said. Wasn't saying anything original about mass psychology. Get out of here. So this is direction that we're headed, and I saw it was headed this way. And I knew it's going to get worse, is what I keep telling people. But then directionally, what's also going to happen is a far right, however you want to call it, far right, whatever you want to talk about. And that is going to come. I don't want that to come. I'm way more worried about that than I am these Antifa people. I'm way more worried about people who are more radical, more militant than that. That's what keeps me up at night. Because that's a lot harder to contain. So for me, that's what's coming next. So that's a problem. That's a problem. But for whatever reason, people don't want to pay attention to that. People don't want to pay attention. People don't want to think about it. People don't want to talk about it. People want to call me crazy. People want to say this. We're just, Minneapolis record high. There's record high murders in New York. There's record high murders everywhere now because they've taken away the police. Everything is happening. I went on Elijah Schaefer's show, and I said they want us to live in Joker. AOC wants to get people out of prison. Bail reform, right? Remember that woman Remember that case? I think it was in Virginia. A guy raped a woman. He got out of jail because of COVID, and then he went and killed the woman he raped. Who remembers that story? Oh, probably because it wasn't covered much. If you blinked your eye, no media coverage of that. So who remembers that? Right? Guy rapes someone, goes to jail. Judge is like, well, we got to let you out. COVID, you might get COVID. What are you going to do? Gave him, some bullshit, low amount of bail. He went out and just killed the woman he raped. That's the Democrat world. That is not hyperbole. That is the Democrat world. That's the future that we're up against. That's the vision that they have. They want murder. They want to kill their victims. They want to hunt people down. And here I am, like, we just want law and order, man. We just want law and order. Why is this so hard? Why can't we have an honest media? If you're watching CNN, MSNBC, New York Times, Washington Post, you're not learning any of this. But most of the country's tuning them out too. So the credibility is hurting them also. So for me, I just want honest media. I just want reporters to tell the truth. I mean, what can we do? We're doing it. People are waking up at a massive level. We're doing it. That's the whole point. That's why the media is freaking out. That's why the media is picking fights over this Q stuff. It's like Q. I don't even know what Q means. People used to ask me about Q, and I was like, just leave me alone, man. I don't buy into it, but leave me alone. That's what I would tell people. Just leave me alone. Quit asking me about it. It's annoying. It's like if a Christian's like, are you born again? Do you believe in Jesus Christ? You're like, dude, I grew up on religion. Just go be religious by yourself. Okay? Don't be some door knocker. And the Q people are like door knockers. I was like, just don't knock on my door. Do your thing, But the media now, they're like so interested in it. They're obsessed with it. And they're obsessed with it because they know that Democrats are going to win. Now they want to, State's Attorney Cox is getting slammed in Cook County. Chicago's going to hell. Who saw that press conference where the police chief was about to throw Mayor Lightfoot under the bus? And then Mayor Lightfoot came in and said, quit trying to divide us. Right? So there was a press conference in Cook County where a reporter said to the police chief of Chicago, hey, there's no consequences for people who are rioting. Are they just going to keep rioting? And the police chief said, well, yeah, there are no consequences, but there will be. Mayor Lightfoot rushes up, pushes him aside, quit trying to divide us. I mean, that was like such a moment. That was such a moment where she says, what do you mean Biden's going to win? You're blocked. Get out of here. Who are some of you people? So that was a moment. Mayor Lightfoot was just getting exposed by her police chief who said there's no consequences. And now she's like, there will be consequences. So they're freaking out now. Because Cook County, ABC Craig Wall Lightfoot did that too. Good job, ABC 7. So that was just a moment. And you're getting moments like that. Because, don't bait me. I'm glad some of you saw that clip. Don't bait me. So that's what I mean when people like Chrissy and others say, what can you do? Just show those clips to people. Right? Just show those clips to people. That's what you can do. All people have to do is get the information. We don't have to spend. This is why I've always told people I don't like that fake shit. I don't like that hoax shit. I don't like that stuff people do, making stuff up. I stay far away from it. We don't need conspiracy theories to win. The left does. The left needs Russiagate. The left needs Mailboxgate. The left needs conspiracy theories to win because they don't have the truth. We have the truth. All we have to do is show you Don Lemon defending Antifa on air. All we have to do is show you Chris Cuomo defending Antifa on air. All we have to do is show who they are to the people. We don't have to develop elaborate theories. Like, look, here's Don Lemon, supports Antifa. He's saying he supports them, right? Here's Don Lemon saying to fund the police. Oh, but now he's backtracking because he realizes that the black people community vote, the black vote, doesn't actually want that, right? Because he's been, Don Lemon lives in the Hamptons, Don Lemon, he's like Obama. They like to talk a big game, but when it comes to their zip codes, their zip codes are less diverse than mine. Let's just put it that way. Says a lot about them. So CNN, they're depressed tonight, as Mike Boland said, right? Rick Santorum's on CNN. They're very sad because they're getting hit up by their friends who are saying, what is happening? Because think about it, for example. I can put myself in other people's positions. I have high degrees of empathy. I have a large degree of empathy. So I would say to myself, how would I feel if I were liberal and I wanted Biden to win? I would feel enraged. If I were a liberal, I would be enraged that an election that should have been a sure thing for Biden is getting taken away by rioters and looters. So he's going to lose, but not even for a higher cause. I would be furious. I would be yelling at CNN, I can't believe you people are lying. I can't believe you won't cover these riots. How hard is it to kick out Antifa and a few radical terrorists from your organization? I would be so filled with rage that my chest would explode like a Care Bear with sun rays coming out of my chest because they're blowing it. But at this point, it's too late. We got too many clips. We got, as they say in the film world, we got too much B-roll. We have too much B-roll of CNN supporting Antifa that they will never be able to walk this back. They will never be able to say, we support the police, we support law enforcement, we hate Antifa, we hate terrorists. Too late. The election's on November 3rd. Too late. We have all the footage, highlight reel level shit. So if you saw that clip, for example, in Hoaxed, where we overlaid people being attacked by Antifa with John Oliver and Cuomo and Van Jones and Don Lemon and all those guys, we have all that footage in the world. We don't need it anymore. So they can try, just kidding, LOL, LOL, JK. We didn't mean it when we said we loved Antifa. We didn't mean it. We said we supported Antifa and they were the good guys. We didn't mean it when we called Trump supporters maggots and dehumanized them and used language that people in the Rwandan genocide used when they talked about the Tutsis. No. We didn't mean any of that. No. We take it back. Nope. Too late, buddies. Same thing too is with these moderate leftists who are all like, I'm being quiet now, babe. You want that light on? Sure. It's on or off. It's fine. So the same thing is true of these like moderate lefties. Oh, we need a unity party. You don't run shit. Right? I like Brett Weinstein stuff, but I just think it's so funny when he's on Twitter. Oh, we're doing a unity party. You ain't doing shit, dude. You got no clout. You got no power. You got no influence. None. You want to know who has influence? Right here, I do. Oh, we're going to make a unity party that excludes all of the Trump supporters. Sorry, dude. Too late. You ain't running shit. Get over it. And I like him. I actually like his stuff. So, but that energy that these moderate Democrats are going to somehow like come in and gatekeep and keep out people like me and like do some shit. It's like, sorry, dude. Sorry. Nope. Not happening. Because even if I leave, even if I eventually get banned from the internet, it doesn't matter. I'm just a vibe. Right? I'm just a vibe. So me, I'm just the voice for tens of millions of people. I'm not even a person at this point. I'm just a vessel for an idea. And if anything, yeah, like Kevin says, I'm moderate at this point. I'm the real unity party. I'm the real unity party. Because I'm the guy trying to find solutions. So I'm the unity party here. But I love it. These like moderate Dems who are like, oh, we're gonna come. You're not coming in doing shit. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that with all love and affection. It's like sometimes somebody needs to tell you a little tough love. You ain't running shit. Okay? You can come along for the ride. You can ride the wave that I'm making, Mike Cernovich. You can live in the world that I'm creating. We'll let you live in this world. And we'll treat you with kindness and dignity and respect. But you ain't running shit. You're not the sheriff. But in their own like delusional minds, they really think they are. And it's like so cute. There's an expression where it's like a little boy puts on his dad's suit and it doesn't quite fit right. Right? Oh, it's like a suit that doesn't fit right. That's how these like people look to me. They're like putting on a suit and it's like it just doesn't fit you. Just doesn't fit you. No offense, nothing personal. And again, I mean, it's kind of cute too. It's endearing in a way where you're like, you're not mad and you don't want to be like mean, but you're just like, oh, that's cute. You think you're controlling things. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's cute. You wore that suit. I love it. And then, of course, I don't feel too bad saying it because they've worked to overtly exclude Trump supporters while doing a unit. We're a unity platform, but we're going to exclude Trump supporters. Okay, sure thing. Sure thing. So we see that now. They got no clout. They got no power. The people to the right of me, unfortunately, are going to be the ones with power if I don't stop it. That's what bothers me, right? That's what bothers me is I'm the moderate now. Eric Weinstein or Brett Weinstein, whoever those guys are, they're not the moderates. I'm the moderate. The party is going, or the country's going, whoosh. And I was like, what? I used to be like extreme, right? And when I look, I'm like, okay, so you guys think you're moderate, but you're not. You're just like weak and ineffectual. And the country is like going so far towards militancy that I'm just staying where I am. Yeah, there's that meme. Look at me, I'm the captain now, right? So I'm like, oh shit, who's over here on the right? Like, what are they gonna do, man? We really have to watch this. So it's interesting times. I'm not happy that my predictions are coming true. Oh, another thing before we go, because I think this is funny. Have you noticed this new talking point has surfaced? So the moderate left now, their new talking points are, you know, if you elect Biden, the Democrats will kick out Antifa. They're only looking the other way of Antifa because Trump's in office. But if you just vote for Biden, this will all go away. Yeah, sorry, dude. You don't get to rape someone and then be like, just go along with it and then it'll get better. You don't get to say that. That's what the Democrats, that's all they have now is, well, if you don't like what's happening, and then we'll make it all better. That's not only not persuasive, but that shows you how desperate they are, though. But that's what I'm telling you. You have to, if you want to know how badly it's going for Democrats, you have to follow their rhetoric. Their rhetoric isn't vote for Biden. He's amazing, right? The rhetoric isn't Trump is going to get trounced. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. If you want to know what they're saying, if you want to know what people believe, you follow their talking points. So Democrats aren't saying, we're going to trounce Trump. They quit talking about polls. That's interesting too, huh? So Democrats aren't saying we love Biden. They're not saying Trump is going to get pounced. They're saying, hey, 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 vote for Biden, and then we'll do something about this far left wing stuff, right? That shows they know they don't have an answer. That shows that they know they're weak. That shows that that's all they have, little extortionistic threats, little veiled rape threats. That's all they have. It's like the mob. Oh, it'd be a shame. Be a shame if your house, be a shame if this business burned down, but hey, you vote for us, your business will probably be safe. You don't get to use extortionist tactics like this on a free society, more of a free armed society. No, you don't get to do that. So unfortunately, my problem that I have is I'm now a moderate. That's how far the country is about to go because of these riots. It's going to go so far to the right of me that I'm the cuck. People are going to call me the cuck. I'll be the David French if I'm not careful. I'll be the next David French because that's the turn that the country is about to make. A very extreme turn. That bothers me because I like civilization. I like culture. I like museums. I like cold brew coffee. I like fine wines. I like nice cigars. I like that my friends can travel around. I like that we don't have to worry about places randomly blowing up for the most part. I like all this stuff. I like liberals. Most of my friends are liberals. I love liberals. So for me, I don't want this country to make this hard turn That's what's going to happen, though. So, all I'm going to say, I'm just predicting it. But it is interesting, though, that this realignment means I'm the moderate. All right, I'm going to go back to watching riot footage. So, we'll be follow the timeline. I'll be following Julio and Elijah. The Daily Caller has some people there. I'll be following the right footage live on Twitter, and then if I go to bed, we'll wake up and watch the highlights. So rioting now is either you watch the games at night or you watch the highlights in Sports Center tomorrow. And again, I hate talking glibly like that because one reason the country's in the problem that we're in is because people don't have gravitas. They don't have a sense that the world is a very serious place. So I hate saying, oh, tonight, do you watch the big game tonight or you watch the highlights tomorrow? It doesn't feel right. But the flip side is that's what it's become is we know that every night you can just watch the riots. Maybe someone gets shot, maybe cars burn down. You can, or you can wake up and you can just watch the curated clips. It's not healthy. That's for sure. It's not healthy. The White Sox threw a no hitter. Congrats to the White Sox. All right, friends. Thanks for watching. Mike Cernovich, Cernovich.com, CERNOVICH.com. I know we know somebody got shot. Multiple people got shot. That's why we started doing the periscope. Thanks, friends.